Hello everyone, welcome to Learn Technologies YouTube channel. This is another video under C tutorials, and today we are going to be talking about operators. And firstly, the definition of an operator is a symbol which indicates an operation to be performed on data that yields value. We are going to see the various types of operators that we have in C programming, and pretty much every programming language. These operators are widely used. We have the arithmetic operators, the relational or conditional operators. We have the logical operators. We have the increment and the decrement operator. We have the assignment operator, and lastly the conditional operator. We have to also know that there are other types of operators which are not really common. As time goes by with more tutorial videos, we are going to be seeing them one by one. Let's start with the arithmetic operators. Now these are basic arithmetic operators that we have treated in mathematics or in computer science as addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, and the modulus, which is remainder division. That's division where the result is the remainder. Now we're going to see some examples where these operators are used. We have 5 plus 2, 11 minus 8, 15 divided by 5, 9 times 4, and 5 modulus 2 where the result here will be 1, since the remainder of 5 divided by 2 is 1. So that's how the arithmetic operators are used. It's basic arithmetic that we have seen in maybe board mass or normal mathematics. Next, we are going to see what we call the assignment operator. And what does this do? It, as the name goes, it assigns, or we can say in programming terms, it initializes a certain value to a variable. Now we have seen variables in our previous video, and we have seen how to initialize a certain value into a variable. So we use the assignment operator, which is the equal to sign, which it sets a value. You give a certain value to a variable. Like in this example, we have an int, which is an integer, which shows as an integer. Int a equals 5. The variable here is a, and the assignment operator here equal to has initialized the value of 5 to this integer a. So this is what we are talking about. This operator here, it assigns a certain value to a variable. That's assign a value of 5 to the variable a. Same as this other example, we have my int, and we have the value of 10, which has been set to the variable my int. Next, we are going to see relational operators. Now these operators, they compare two or more values, two or more statements, and this is done using these various signs. We have less than, we have the greater than, have the less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Now the double equal to sign is to compare if two things are equal to one another. And then the last operator, which is a exclamation mark and the equal to sign, denotes if one statement or one variable is not equal to another. Now we're going to see these various operators in the examples. Now we have the variable a and b. This is a greater than b, is a less than b, is a less than or equal to b, is a greater than or equal to b. Now these are comparison to check for maybe greater than, less than. That's why they are called relational operators, because they check the relationship, they relate between two variables or two statements. Now we have also these ones, they check for equality. We have a equal to b. That's to check if they are equal, or if they are not equal, you replace the first equal to sign with an exclamation mark, which implies not equal to. Now next we are going to see the logical operators, and these allow you to combine more than one condition. Now if we have done logic gates or Boolean algebra, we have seen this, the AND gate, the OR gate, the NOT gate. Same in programming, these operators are being used when you are dealing with conditions or decisions. This is AND is denoted by a double ampersand, then OR is two vertical bars, then the NOT is simply an exclamation mark. We're going to see how they are used in the examples. The AND operator, like we said, these operators they allow you to combine two or more conditions. Now this is a condition. Is A equal to B is one condition, and is C equal to D is another condition. Now we can join these two conditions using the logical operator AND. Now this is an if construct, which is a decision. So the question is, if A is equal to B and C equals to D, therefore you can proceed and execute the line of code which follows. That is, one of the conditions should be true. If A equals to B, then you go ahead. If C equals to D, the same. But if none of these conditions hold, therefore the line of code which follows cannot be run. There will be an else statement which will be run instead. And same thing with the OR, we have combined two conditions. If A equals B or C equals D, that is, one of them, at least one of them should be true. If A equals B, or that we execute the line of code which follows. And the NOT, which is simply an exclamation mark, it denotes the inverse or the opposite of some Boolean value. Like for example, if we have a variable A and it has a Boolean value true, and then we assign we assign B to not A, that's the exclamation mark with A, that's the inverse of A. Therefore we are implying that B, the value of B is false, since A is true and then B is the inverse of A, therefore B is false. So the NOT operator simply denotes the inverse of a Boolean value. And moving on, we shall see the increment and the decrement operators. Beginning with the increment operator, this operator allows you to automatically or systematically add 1 upon to a previous value of a variable. Like here we have A equals A plus 1. So what we are telling the program is, each time a new value of A is entered, we add 1 to it, and it's kind of a loop. So the increment operator start 1, and then this is the longer way of writing it. It's a shorter way of writing it, which is A plus plus or plus plus A. Now this A plus plus is called the postfix incrementation, and then the plus plus A is called the infix incrementation. Now they basically do the same thing, except for a slight difference, which we are going to see in our upcoming example. We are going to see how these two operators will work differently in a certain situation, but generally they do the same thing. They increment 1 to a certain variable. Same thing with the decrement operator. We have A equals A minus 1, A minus minus postfix, and then we have minus minus A, which is the infix. Now this it reduces 1 from a variable. That does the opposite of the increment operator. Now let's take a look at these examples and see how these operators work. Now let's say we have a certain integer A with value 5, and then this line of code prints F. The output is percentage D, plus plus A. Now we're telling the program that A is incremented by 1, so that is why we'll have the output here as 6, because we have and where percentage d is, which denotes an integer, we have plus plus a, and the values of a at the beginning of the code was 5. So we have plus plus a, and the increment and the output is 6. Now if we are to input, like, insert this line of code and instead use the postfix implementation, as we have a plus plus, we will rather have an output of 5. Why? Because the compiler would run this code you will first of all print the value of a before incrementing it by 1. That is because the a comes before the incrementation sign. So if we use the postfix increment and then we want to print the value that will be printed is 5 and not 6. But if we go to maybe input another line after this and we want to use the value of a, that will be used is 6, because the program will first of all print 5 first before adding 1 to it. Meanwhile, in the INFIX increment side, the value of a was incremented before printed. That's why we have the value of 6. So the postfix, it is printed before it is incremented. So that's the difference between infix implementation and the postfix implementation. Same thing with the decrementation. The opposite will be done. That's instead one is decreased and one is added is decreased. So infix, postfix, should know that difference so that we shouldn't have face problems when writing our codes. Next, we are going to see what we call the conditional operator, and this operator is denoted by a question mark followed by a colon. Now this operates as a very compact if-else statement. When we'll be doing a conditional construct as if, else if, we are going to see more on this, but for now we'll just look at this conditional operator. Now, how does it work? This is a structure. We have the condition in bracket. This could be any condition that you have in the code. Then we have question mark. Is this condition true? If the condition is true, you input the result or the value that is for true, or else if the condition is false, you put the colon and then we input the value for false. So basically that's what it does. We can write this code maybe in an if else construct and maybe in 3-4 lines, but with this conditional operator we can combine all those lines into one single line. Let's take a look at this example and we'll elaborate more what we're saying. In this example, we have 3 variables, price 1, price 2, and low price. So 3 various prices. Now, if you want to use a decision construct, or maybe an if-else construct, to find the low price between price 1 and price 2, and then save it as a low price, we would come out with maybe 3 lines or 4 lines of code. But with the conditional operator, we can reduce it to a single line of code. Now what we're going to do is we'll set the low price and we'll assign it as low price equals to, now we put the condition in bracket, price 1 greater than price 2. That's the condition in bracket. If true, then low price equals to price 1. So sorry for that mix up. This should be less than here. Sorry, it's supposed to be is price 1 less than price 2, not greater than. If price 1 is less than price 2, and if this condition is true, therefore the value for low price should be price 1. Else, if the condition is false, the value for the low price should be price 2. So basically that's how the conditional operator works. The question mark and the colon. We have a condition in the bracket. If the condition is true, the result is here, and if the condition is false, the result after the colon. Thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more tutorials. upcoming tutorials on C, and also like and share. Don't forget to follow our other series, My Daily Motivation,